Hey there, and welcome. So, has this ever happened to you? Someone asks about your weekend plans in English, and your mind just goes totally blank. Yeah, it's super common, so don't even worry about it. In this explainer, we're going to give you the exact phrases you need to talk about your weekend. Simply and with confidence. Let's jump right in. Okay, this question right here, this is the one we're going to master. What are your plans for the weekend? And it's so much more than just a question. Think of it like a doorway to a friendly chat. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll be walking right through that door feeling totally confident. All right, first things first, asking about the weekend. Before you can start sharing all your awesome plans, you gotta know how to kick off the conversation, right? So let's learn that one key question. And here it is. What are your plans for the weekend? Seriously, this is your golden phrase. It's so friendly, super common, and it's just the perfect way to show you're interested in the other person. You know what? Let's practice it together. I'll say it, and then you say it right after me. Ready? What are your plans for the weekend? Nice one. Sounds great. Okay, so now someone's asked you the question. It's your turn to answer. So in this next part, we're going to build your perfect, simple answer. Just step by step. Let's break it down. Okay, your answer? It all starts with this super simple but powerful little phrase, I'm going to. Think of this as your foundation. It tells the other person right away that you have a plan, and it sets up the rest of your sentence perfectly. And just look at how easy this formula is. It's literally just 2 steps. First, you start with that key phrase, I'm going to, and then, second, you just add an activity or a place. That's it. Let me show you exactly what I mean with a few examples. See? It's that easy. I'm going to the park. Or maybe, I'm going to visit my parents. Simple, crystal clear, and absolutely correct. But what if you don't really have big plans? What if you're not going out? Well, for those weekends when you just want to chill, this is the perfect thing to say. I'm staying home this weekend. It's a great, really natural phrase that honestly, everyone uses. Nothing wrong with a quiet weekend. All right, ready to level up your answers a bit? With just a few essential vocabulary words, you can add way more detail and sound even more natural. So we're going to look at some key verbs that are just perfect for talking about your weekend. Okay, check out these verbs. These are going to be your best friends for making your plans more specific. So instead of just saying, I'm staying home, now you can say something like, I'm going to relax, or I'm going to cook pasta. See? Or maybe you're going to hike in the mountains, or visit some friends. Using these words will make your conversations way more interesting, for sure. Okay, time for a really quick but super important grammar tip. This is a good one. There is this little but really important difference between something you've decided to do and something you just want to do. So here's the deal. You use be going to for your actual definite plans. Like, I'm going to visit my parents. That means the tickets are booked, it's happening. But you use want to for wishes, desires. I want to watch a movie. Means, yeah, that sounds nice, but you haven't picked one, you haven't decided when. It's a really small change in words, but it makes a huge difference in meaning. Let's see how you can use both of these together, because this happens all the time. You might have a solid plan, something you have to do, like, I'm going to cook dinner. But at the same time, you have this desire, I want to relax. See how that works? You can totally use both to give a really full picture of what your weekend looks like. All right, we've covered the question, the answers, some great new vocabulary, and that awesome grammar tip. So now it's time for the most important part, putting it all together so you can talk. Let's get you ready. Okay, before you make your own sentence, let's just do a super quick review of the key phrases from today. Sound good? And here they are, the big 3. You've got the question, what are your plans for the weekend? And then your 2 awesome ways to answer, I'm going to for those definite plans, and I want to for your wishes. That's it. You officially have everything you need. So now it's my turn to ask you. Using everything we just went over, think about your real plans or wishes for this weekend. How would you answer me right now? This is your chance to practice for real. So, what are you doing this weekend? Come on, you've totally got this.